Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to succeed in the real estate selling business. Now friends, a career in real estate can be a very rewarding opportunity. There is a lot of money involved in this business. And because there's a lot of money involved, there is a lot of competition also in this business. Many people try and enter this business, but very few people I have seen succeed in this business. And that is not because they are not smart or because they don't have the knowledge. It is because they treat real estate selling like any other selling. And that is where they go completely wrong. So friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 7 points which will help you succeed in the real estate selling business. So let's get started right away. So friends, point number 1 is be an advisor, not a salesperson. I'm going to repeat that. Be an advisor, not a salesperson. Friends, real estate selling in India is done with a lot of emotions. The family is involved. Most of the time, it is the lifetime earning of the family. They are investing in their first property. They are scared. They are nervous, right? So a lot of emotions are there. So let us say a young couple goes to a developer site to look at a prospective flat. Now, the wife is already imagining what the kid's room is going to look like. The husband is imagining that how much time will it take him to commute from office and back. The parents are already asking that which is the nearest temple nearby. So you see, there are a lot of emotions involved whenever an Indian family buys a property. And this is something you need to understand. Whenever you are advising somebody to buy a property, you need to ask a lot of questions. You need to listen more than you talk, right? And you need to ask the customer a lot of questions. What exactly is their requirement? What exactly is their budget? What are they looking at? Are they going to stay there, or are they looking at they want to give it on rent, right? Now there is a possibility that after listening to all the requirement, you may have to tell them this property may not be the right decision for them. Now you may lose that sale, you may lose the commission on that particular property, but you have won a customer in the long run. This particular customer, whenever they decide, will come back to you and also give you 4 more referrals in the future. So hence, the first thing is very important in real estate selling, that you have to be an advisor rather than a salesperson. You can't afford to be pushy. You can't push the customer to just close the sale. You have to understand the requirement, and only if that particular property meets the requirement, go ahead and try and convert that customer. So that's point number 1. Be an advisor, not a salesperson. Point number 2 is understand this business like the back of your hand. Now, friends, real estate business can be a very complicated business, and especially in India. Since it's government controlled, there are a lot of complications involved. There are terms like freehold property, leasehold property, occupation certificate, completion certificate, stamp duty, registration, RERA registration number. Now you need to make an effort to learn all this, right? Now I believe last year, the Maharashtra government had come up with a scheme that they had announced a discount on the stamp duty till about December or September 2025. I don't remember. Now, if a customer were to ask you that, is there a discount going on the stamp duty right now? And you say that, I'm sorry, I'll get back to you. Well, your credibility will go down that very moment. These are some things you need to be on top of, right? I believe that if a property is registered in the name of a woman, there is a discount on this stamp duty, right? Now, what is that discount? Is it 0.5%, 0.75%, 1%? This is something you need to know. So that's point number 2, is that you need to know the business like the back of your hand. Different states have different rules. I am based in Maharashtra. The rules here may be different. The stamp duty in Karnataka may be different. Goa may be different. Madhya Pradesh may be different, right? So whatever state you're operating, you need to understand the state laws, and you need to have the answers to all the questions ready, right? So number 2 will be know the business like the back of your hand. Number 3, know the RERA Act completely. Now, friends, you must have heard about RERA. If you're in the real estate business, you can't afford not to know RERA. Now, RERA is the Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016. RERA is a 92-page document, and you need to know this document inside out. Now, I'm not saying that you need to memorize the document, right? RERA is an act, and this act is applicable all over India. It is same all over India. But the responsibility of implementing this particular act depends on every state authority. So for example, RERA has to be implemented by MahaRERA, which is Maharashtra RERA in Maharashtra. It could be Karnataka RERA in Karnataka, Goa RERA in Goa, so on and so forth. right? Now, RERA has provisions for it, has clearly documents the responsibilities of the developer, the broker, and the customer. Yes, the customer also has responsibilities. So if the customer asks you that, what are my legal rights if the developer delays the project? Now, RERA very clearly defines this. How much interest has the developer got to pay if the project is delayed? Now, this is where you need to advise the customer, and for that, you need to understand the RERA Act completely, right? I mean, these days things are so easy that you can put the RERA document in ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI tool you use, and you can say that, hey, I'm into real estate selling. Give me the top 15, 20 clauses which I need to remember as a broker. And ChatGPT will give you all those 20 points, right? So things are very easy, but you need to know RERA. Not knowing RERA can be a crime in this business. You will lose your credibility if you don't know RERA, because customers will only ask you one question: is this project RERA approved? Beyond that, they don't know much. RERA is a detailed document which you need to understand completely, and you should be able to answer questions on RERA. So that's point number 3. Know RERA inside out. Okay, know the RERA Act inside out, right? So that's point number 3. Point number 4, friends, is become a master storyteller for a particular location, right? So let's say you tell a particular, I'm in Pune right now, so I'm going to give you a Pune example. Let us say that you are trying to sell a property in Kharadi, and you tell the customer, sir, this property is very well connected. That doesn't make any sense. But if the same thing you say, that, sir, there is an IT park coming up just about 2 kilometers from here. There is a metro station which is going to be ready in 2027, which is just about 2.5 kilometers from here. And there are already 3 schools which are functioning, which are going to be very easy for your kids. When you say this, when you sell a story for a particular location, you gain more credibility. So rather than just saying that, hey, this area is well connected, understand each and every location. Rather, I would say that take up 2 or 3 locations and master that location completely, right? You should learn the art of master storytelling for a particular location, right? You should know 1, 2 or 3 locations like the back of your hand. Don't try and become a jack of all trades. Become master of 2 or 3 locations, right? So that is point number 4. Become a master storyteller for a particular location. Let's move on to point number 5. Point number 5 is master the art of follow-up. Now, friends, decisions in real estate can be frustratingly long. Customers could decide in days, or they may even take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And this is the time when you need to learn how to follow up. And the follow-up cannot be just simple messages which you are sending to customer that, sir, have you taken a decision? Sir, have you decided yet? That is not the way to follow up in the real estate industry. What you need to do is that you need to be in regular touch with the customer. Maybe you can send them some important updates on that area. Let's say they have shown interest in 2 areas. Send them updates on what is new in that particular area. What are the new projects that have been launched? How the price is increasing in that area, and a new project that just got launched has been launched at a price higher than what you offered them. Send them maybe a small graph on how the property rates are increasing and how the rentals are increasing in that area. Customers love that kind of input. When they see this kind of input, that will help them take a decision that yes, they have chosen the right area, and yes, they are dealing with somebody who knows the business inside out. When you send them things like this, their trust in you will go up. Right? So you have to master the art of follow-up. You have to keep on sending them information which will help them take a decision, and not send messages like that, hey, are you ready? Have you decided as yet? There are only 5 units left. Don't try and scare the customer, right? He will walk away from this particular deal and he will start speaking to somebody else. So that is point number 5. Master the art of following up. Point number 6. Okay. Learn to handle every objection raised by the customer. Now, friends, you need to understand, social media has done a lot of awareness for the customer, but social media has also scared the customer, right? Today, the customer knows that every project needs to be RERA approved. Today, the customer knows about a few things in real estate, but social media also shares the news that certain developer has run away by taking the customer's money. He has not completed the project. So customers have a lot of questions, right? Now, you need to be ready to answer those questions. What is the possession date? Has the developer got all the approvals? Is the project RERA registered? Can I have the RERA registration number? The customer is going to ask a lot of questions. And these days, customers are aware, thanks to social media, thanks to the internet. Customers, I remember when I invested in a property, I didn't have much knowledge. All I did was ask for some title papers, which I sent to a lawyer, and took an independent opinion that the land they are building on is legal or not. That's about it. There was not much social media at that point of time. But today you have social media. Today you have information in your hand. They can browse on the mobile. They can put the RERA registration number and find out if the project is RERA approved or not. So a customer is going to ask a lot of questions, which we call objections. You need to be ready to answer each and every objection. As I told you in the beginning, you need to know your business inside out. Point number 3, if you remember, you need to know all the provisions of RERA. Right? So whatever objection the customer raises, you need to be ready to answer that. That's point number 6. And finally, point number 7, friends, is try and give good after sales service. I have seen that what normally happens in this business is, once the customer gives the booking money, the realtor or the broker disappears. Right? Now the customer may need help in the stamp duty and registration. Right? The customer may need some help in getting the interiors done. The customer may need help in moving into the flat. Okay, keep in touch with the customer. Right? Help him, ask him, message him, ask him if he needs help with the registration. Does he need the services of a good lawyer? Right? Find out when the customer is moving in. Send a message congratulating them on their new house, on their first house. So offer good after sales service to the customer. And the customer, as I said earlier, if you offer all this to a customer, they will always remember you. And once they move in, they will give you 4 to 5 more referrals, because you are someone who has earned the trust and who can be trusted with someone's hard-earned money. So friends, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've talked to you about 7 points which you should remember in real estate selling. If you have liked this video, please share it. Please do comment if you think there is something else which I have missed out. I would love to hear that. And thank you so much for listening to the video till here. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.